Hey y'all, so I'm trying to get my son out of here. It's June 6th. I currently have some raspberry leaf tea. Well, I have the water boiling. I'm going to drink 2 bags of tea to help. I don't know what it's really supposed to do, but I'm just trying to get things rolling, y'all. I just want to at least go into labor. The only good part about not going into labor tonight would be that I will make my cousin's baby shower tomorrow. Yeah, regardless of the matter, the only thing I really just don't want to do, but not my will, God's will be done. But the only thing I don't want to do is go into labor after my due date. I just want him to come on or before the due date. So he has 3 days to make his appearance, if it's gonna go in my favor. If not, then God's plan is always bigger and better than what we could ever imagine. So
I'm next, let's go. Yeah, bitch. I'm next, let's go.
Yep.
I'm next, let's go. I'm next, let's go. Me.
Alright y'all, so I made me some raspberry leaf tea with some organic pure cranberry juice as well as some pineapple juice. Y'all, like, this drink isn't horrible, but it's not good, if that makes sense. I usually just chug it because why not? If something's nasty, I don't want to sip and taste it, so I usually chug anything that's not good. Okay, but until then, I'm gonna drink this nasty tea. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully I'm in labor within the next 48 hours, and I'm gonna see y'all in a minute. Okay. Your dad here? He coming up. He coming up. Hey guys. You know what's funny? I started a vlog yesterday for the sole purpose of how I really wanted to go into labor. And now I have to finish it as a labor and delivery vlog. So my hair looks a mess. We're in labor. I didn't even get a last day picture with my belly. I woke up this morning at 4, contracting. And then I went back to sleep, woke back up at 6. And then I went to go use the bathroom. So I was trying to tell if I had to poop, if I had pooping cramps, or if it was contractions. And I knew it was contractions because they kept coming back. And then I never went back to sleep. I still contracted up until like 12 or 11. And then we came to the hospital and they admitted me. I didn't even have the strength to record or anything because it hurt so bad, so I was crying the whole time. I was 4 centimeters dilated at like 1 o'clock. Right now it is currently, what time? 3:56, and I am, what you say, 7 centimeters dilated. I did get the epidural because I just could not. So I got an epidural, and I'm 7 centimeters dilated. And then, yeah. I'm actually very tired, but we'll see. I'll get back up with y'all. This is our room for the next couple hours. We had a baby. Today is June 8th. I just woke up. I'm kind of like on and off sleep. I just wanted to come back on here and I'm gonna update y'all and tell y'all like my whole experience and what sent me to the hospital. I'm about to get ready to take a shower first, and then yeah, baby's right here. I am not showing his face on social media, but baby is here. He's healthy, he's happy, he's loved, he's blessed. Yeah, baby's here. I'm about to try this breakfast they brought me. My mom was bringing us some actual breakfast, but They gave me some cranberry juice, some mandarin oranges. Nice. This is some oatmeal. I love oatmeal, but I'm not eating their oatmeal. We're about to try it. I'm probably just gonna make a sausage pancake sandwich and call it a day. Take a little bite of it with some syrup. I haven't ate since yesterday. No, I made chicken last night, but yesterday morning, I'm gonna tell y'all the story, but later. But I had a bagel yesterday when I was contracting, and I wasn't able to finish it, so I am kind of hungry, but let me try this.
I got you on my mind. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. I got you on my side. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. On me, shake your presence, always so potent around me. I look like sunshine and wind. I smell like success and victory. You know I'm made in his image. Righteous genetics, I got it. So go with it, this is my shot. I got you on my mind. That's a vibe.
Hey y'all, so as y'all seen the first few clips of this video, your girl had a baby. I'm about to tell y'all the whole labor process, everything that happened, everything that led up to me being a mom and me having a baby now. So this video is long overdue. Like when I say long overdue, I mean like very much long overdue. If y'all hear any cars on the road, obviously I'm in the car and I am parked, so just don't mind the little cars and engines that y'all might hear. I'm hoping it's not gonna be too noisy, but let's get straight into this video because I do have to go back home. Today is July 3rd. Let me start there. I gave birth on June 7th, so let's go ahead and start back from the beginning of this video. Y'all seen I was trying everything that could possibly make me go into labor. I know everything is pretty much like a myth. I don't believe in like the whole, I just don't believe in a lot of stuff when it comes to pregnancy, being that I've already gone through it. Now I see like a lot of stuff is just from people's personal experiences. A lot of things don't work for everybody else as they may work for one. So I was taking raspberry tea, I was on the yoga ball, and I did a whole lot of other more stuff that I probably didn't show in this video, but I went walking, me and my boyfriend, we walked 2 miles. I was just preparing, like I was ready to give birth. I was ready to not be in pain anymore because that pain was a little bit crazy. Like it was crazy to the point where I was late to work every day for the last 3 months. Literally, like. So let's get started into like how I actually went into labor. It's crazy that on June 6th, that's my sister's birthday. If you don't know, my sister passed away and this is her death date on my neck. But her birthday is June 6th, and I've always said when I found out my due date was June 9th, I knew that I did not want my son to come on June 6th because I just didn't want him to share a birthday with my sister, especially being that she's deceased now. A lot of people thought it was like a cute thing, but me personally, I just didn't want that. I didn't know if I'll be able to handle that emotion. And thankfully he didn't come. But on June 6th, I was preparing because I knew that I didn't want to go past my due date, which was June 9th. I was doing everything that I could just to at least get him here sometime between June 7th and June 8th or June 9th. I just didn't want to go till June 10th. So June 6th, it's crazy that I literally made that TikTok as y'all seen in the beginning of this video. I literally was on the yoga ball saying, I'm next, let's go. I'm next, let's go. And Lo and behold, within 12 hours from that time, that's when I started contracting, but we're gonna get there. So June 6th, I was doing everything that I could. That day or the day before that, I had started doubling my raspberry leaf tea. I was putting 2 packs and 8 ounces, and I know they say that softens your cervix. So I was just doing everything that I could. Like, I was so tired. My hair was looking a mess. Like, I was just over it. The pain was starting to be unbearable. Let's skip to the day that I actually gave birth, because, you know, that's the point of this video. So June 7th, I woke up at 4 in the morning and I was cramping, and I was just like, this can't be no regular cramp, because over the course of like my 3rd trimester, well, I would say like 36 weeks and after that, I would cramp a lot, but I wouldn't know if I was cramping or if I was contracting. So when I had these cramps at 4 in the morning, I was sitting here thinking, I was just like, okay, am I cramping or are these contractions? And it's hard to tell if I'm cramping and I had to use the bathroom or if I'm contracting. So that was at 4 in the morning, and I did go, you know, have a bowel movement. So I was just like brushing it off. I was still cramping, but at this point I'm gonna start saying I was contracting, because the cramps were a little bit more crucial. Like, they were a little bit more excruciating, and they started coming and going. That's how I knew. But how I really knew that I was about to go into labor, at least within a 24-hour time frame, was because I went to the bathroom and my mucus plug came out as I was wiping. And I know they say when your mucus plug falls out, that doesn't mean that you're going to labor the same day or the day of. But because I was contracting, I just had a feeling like, so my mucus plug fell out. My sister-in-law is a registered nurse. She's an RN, so I tell her everything. Like, she knows the ins and outs of my body. So I sent her a picture and I was just like, is this my mucus plug? And she was like, yes, that's your mucus plug. And so she was like, you're about to have a baby soon. And so I'm contracting the whole time, so I'm just trying to brush it off. And I'm just like, yeah. Mind y'all, my cousin's baby shower was the day I gave birth. So mind you, while all this is going on, the only thing I'm thinking about is I have to make the Quasha's baby shower. I gotta make it to the baby shower. I gotta make it to the baby shower. So while I'm contracting and everything, no, let me back up. Let me rewind. So at 6 o'clock, that's when my mucus plug fell out. I went back to sleep barely, and I woke back up at 8. When I woke up at 8, I looked over at my boyfriend and I was just like, do you not see me in pain? Literally, that's what I was thinking, but he was sleeping peacefully, so I was letting him sleep. But y'all, when I woke up at 8, I just knew it was time. It was time. Not time to literally go to the hospital, but the contractions were coming and going. And I started timing them on the, what's the name of the app? The Baby Center app. They started off as 5 minutes apart, and then they went from 5 minutes to 3 minutes to 2 minutes apart. I contracted from 8 o'clock up until like 11:27 a.m. I was on the couch crying. I'm talking about, I was crying. I will never in my life ever forget how the contractions made me feel. I'm struggling to even time them. I'm contracting and I'm just like, all right, start. I couldn't even talk. I asked my boyfriend to go make me a bagel, y'all. I didn't even touch the bagel. But mind y'all, even though I knew I was finna go into labor, the whole time I'm literally sitting here saying, I gotta make it to the baby shower. I gotta get up and go to the baby shower. I'm trying to get up and go take a shower to get dressed, because if you know me, your girl takes morning and night showers. So I'm trying to get up to take a shower to go get dressed for my cousin's baby shower. And my mom had came and she was like, get up, let's go, we going to the hospital. And I'm just like, no, like, y'all doing too much. Mind you, I couldn't even talk. So really, are they doing too much or am I doing too much? My mom was like, let's go, like, go get in a shower, because you're not gonna be able to take a shower when you get there. And if you know me, I just like to feel clean. Like, I need a shower. So my mom was like, go ahead and take your shower, because when you get there, you're not gonna be able to take a shower for a day or two. So I took my shower. I couldn't even stand up in the shower. Them contractions did me so dirty. I don't know how y'all be saying you will forget how those make you feel, because how can you forget? So let's get into how I actually went to labor. When you go to the hospital, I don't know if it's the same in every state, but you have to go to the triage first and they check your cervix and etc. When I got to the hospital, we left the house at like 11:40. I remember being at the hospital. No, we left the house at 11:47. That's what I want to say, 11:47. I remember being on the triage table texting my mom and my boyfriend, like, they're admitting me at, it was like 12:27. They checked my cervix. I was 4 centimeters dilated. 4 centimeters whole time I'm trying to make it to my cousin's baby shower. 4 centimeters dilated. They was like, yeah, man, we're gonna keep you, you're having a baby. So I text my mom, my boyfriend, my brother, and my sister-in-law, and I was just like, y'all, I'm getting admitted, we finna have a baby. So they were like, do you want the epidural? And I was just like, I was so strong on going natural this whole 9 months. And even when they asked me the first time, I was just like, no, I don't want the epidural. And the lady was like, well, you don't get no cookie. She basically, this wasn't her exact words, but she basically said, you don't get a cookie for going natural. And I really wanted to punch her in her face, but I was just like, yeah, I know, but it's just what I want to do. So I was just like, I'll let y'all know if I want the epidural. I'm gonna try, you know, go as long as I can. So I ended up getting the epidural, but I didn't get the epidural until like 3 o'clock. Yeah, it was like 3 o'clock. So they came and gave me the epidural. After they gave me the epidural, I was 7 centimeters. I was 7 centimeters around like 3 o'clock. And then it was like 3 o'clock going right into 4 o'clock to be exact. Y'all, after that, I'm just laying here and my water breaks. And I was hoping my water broke because I didn't want them to break my water. I'm so sorry for this light. Let me see if I can turn this on. Okay, so my water had broke. My water had broke and I was like, what is this? Like, that felt so disgusting. But after my water broke, they gave me the I don't know what it's called, but it's like the little two big ended balls where I turn on my side and I lift my leg up. He gave me that ball to put between my legs. I was laying like that for probably like a good 15 minutes. Kid y'all not. Kid you not. As soon as I was done laying with that ball, I feel like I had to poop. And I always heard that when you feel like you gotta poop, that means you about to have the baby. Mind y'all, I was 4 centimeters at this time. I was 4 centimeters 4 hours ago. I was 7 centimeters 2 hours ago, because around this time that they gave me the ball, it was like 5 o'clock because I pushed at 5:37. So I was just like, I gotta poop. And my mom was like, that's hot, that's the baby, that's that pressure. But it started getting a little bit more intense. So I had hit the little button on the phone and I was just like, I need a nurse. Like, I literally have to poop. Like, and I was so adamant that it was poop because I was pooping this morning. She checked my cervix, y'all, and the baby's head was right there. So she ran out in the hallway and she was like, she called my room number out. She was like, I don't remember, but for example, she was like, E10's ready, E10's ready, we're having a baby. Y'all, they told me to slide down and they said push. Let me just say, pregnancy is not what everybody makes it seem. Everybody's experience is different. Let me say that before I continue. So she came in the room and it was time to push. I pushed for a total of, I really don't remember actually. I think I pushed for a total of 14 minutes, I think. And baby came out at 5:37. It was the most amazing feeling ever. Like, growing up, I used to always say, I'm just like a real germaphobe. So growing up, I used to always be like, when I have a baby, he or she not touching me with that blood and stuff on him. But when my son came out, I was just like, put him right here. Like, it was just like a real sweet, bittersweet moment. So my labor and delivery process was pretty ideal. It actually was what I wanted. I didn't want to have a labor and delivery story or experience that was overnight, as far as like me being in labor overnight, because I didn't want my sleep schedules to be too messed up. So to recap, I went into labor technically at 4 in the morning. I went to the hospital at 11ish. I pushed at 5, so this was all like a 12 hours worth of labor, and I'm so grateful. I love my son. My son is currently 3 weeks old. I'm currently 3 weeks postpartum. Pregnancy is different for everybody. I feel like if you're a first-time mom, or if you're going through a pregnancy, let your experience be your experience. There's a lot of things that I did not experience that people told me I would, or there's a lot of things that I would that people said I would that I didn't. Like, for example, my son came out with a head full of hair. He still has a head full of hair, and I had no heartburn. I had no nausea. I had nothing. Basically, all my pain and all my discomfort came in my 3rd trimester, like the last couple of weeks, as far as like pushing and baby being ready to come out. I did have nausea. Let me correct myself. I had nausea like my 1st month, but I think that was just like a mind thing. Like, the day after I found out I was pregnant, I just started being nauseous and stuff. But I've never thrown up. Like, I never threw up. Everything is just different for everybody, and I feel like that's very important to remember, because people really try to make you scared and say, oh, you better watch out for this. It just never gave that, you know. So that is pretty much my labor and delivery story. I didn't have any wild pregnancy. I didn't have any complications, and I really give God all the thanks, all the glory, and all the honor for that, because I know for some people it's different. I just thank God that my labor was easy. And I know that a lot of people say, are you scared? I actually was scared to push, but I must say it was not that bad. Like, it wasn't bad at all. I feel like a lot of people put fear into you, or if you let them, they'll put fear into you. I will say that you do feel pressure, but it's no pain. At least for me, the pressure was not painful, but it was a lot of pressure. But the experience is definitely extravagant because my son is my biggest blessing, and I just thank God that he's here. Everything went well, and all is well. Still, all will be well, and I'm just thankful. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. My son's face will not be on social media. That's just me and my boyfriend's personal preference. As of right now, it will eventually, but as of right now, we're just not into putting his face on social media because this is a cruel world. I don't need him on no AI, just nothing. You just never know, and I don't know. I just think it's, you know, everybody's seen him though. I just don't want him on social media right now, but I will keep y'all updated on more mommyhood and parenthood content. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love y'all, but don't forget God loves you too.